Hey, you're listening to 91.1 The Avenue. I'm Ann Koenig, and this is The Avenue's Mile of Music coverage. Our Mile of Music coverage is made possible with support from Nicolet Bank, with additional support provided by Tyme Tours and Bistro. And we are talking with Mile 9 artists, and today I am joined in studio by the women known as Side Pony, Alice and Caitlin. Hey, welcome. Hey, how fun. Well, you are from Nashville, and you're making your Mile of Music debut with this, but you've played in Appleton before.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, you were, I don't know, a month or so ago, maybe
a couple months ago. Yeah, I know,
Time
actually.
Yeah.
I'm not even 100% sure, but yes,
you were at Appleton Beer Factory.
Yes.
And my fellow music army, I guess, music fan army, told me that I made a huge mistake by not figuring out how to be there because they were chattering about you.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah, what a great show. The harmonies and the yodeling. You brought yodeling back.
And then we've combined both of those. That's the harmonic yodeling that I think, really is so life-changing for people when they experience it. That if you don't come to our show, the healing vibes of the harmonic yodel, people get up and walk at our shows.
I was just going to say, that sounds like some
they're
sort
not
of
walking,
fountain.
they're not leaving.
They get up and walk out.
Awesome. Well, regardless, whether they were walking in, walking out, being healed, rave reviews, and, the harmonies wowed the audience. Having done some listening in advance of this, I love the attitude of your songs. It's sweet, it's swaggery, and I think I read somewhere, and I think this is perfect, that you ride the line between class and crass.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because Alice and I, people sometimes will be like, oh, we love your comedy show, and we didn't know we had a comedy show because this is just how we are, is sort of me saying things, whatever comes to my mind, because I don't have much control over that. And Alice makes disapproving faces, and somehow that turned into like a whole thing.
It's like a female version of the Smothers Brothers. I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if that reference is lost on you or not. But good stage banter always wins over. At least our local audiences.
And you were at the show yesterday, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so that was an interesting one because, we have some pretty good jokes we've worked out. Like, we're going to say one of four things maybe to craft a set. Like, we found sort of all of the humorous angles now from doing it for, how many years have we been on the road now? A year and a half?
About a year plus, yeah.
But like when we could, it's been pretty... aside from the pandemic, it's been, pretty nonstop touring. I don't know if you would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But so, these things sort of evolve into what it is that the show will be. Like the show sort of crafts itself. But yesterday, I decided to go completely off book because there was one couple in the audience who had been to the show. And I was like, they deserve a completely new show, even though we are playing
fresh.
all the same songs because we have one record to sell.
So you are somewhat recently formed as Side Pony.
Yeah,
correct?
we started writing during shutdown, really, like during the lockdown. And we just started writing every week on Zoom. She was actually in Colorado and I was in Nashville. But we just needed something to keep us feeling like we were producing something, accomplishing something when we couldn't leave the house. And at the end of, like, when things started to open up, we started playing a couple shows together with these songs we had written, and people loved it. And they're like, you need to do this. And
so you each had separate careers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how did you find each other?
At a writer's round in Nashville like 3 years ago. So we'd met a little longer ago and had, like, written a couple songs, had started to become friends. But then it was, really when the world shut down that we just sort of leaned on each other to help write and inspire each other through it.
Together, they are Side Pony, and if you want just a delightful gorgeous sounding harmony and comedy experience. And if you have an ailment that is begging to be healed by harmonic yodeling, I would strongly suggest that you get yourself to a Side Pony set at Mile of Music. You can find out where and when they are playing. Use the Mile of Music app and dig into their music after the mile, because it's super fun, and I'll say it is, your music is healing. So thank you for spending some time with us today, and thank you for bringing your music to our town. I hope that you'll be back more often, and we hope you have a great mile. Can we treat our audience to something from you too?
Absolutely.
All right.
This is the very first song we ever wrote together when we met 3 years ago. And she invited me over to her house the next day to write a song. This song is called Pressing My Luck.
Little bit late, is still almost on time. So I'm going 80 in a 55, grinding the gears till I burn out the clutch. I'm always pressing my luck. Half of the truth's not completely a lie. Harmless excuses, little white alibis, ignoring the warning I feel in my gut. I'm always pressing my luck, playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute, spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always caressing my luck. Sometimes I don't know how I justify the things I say, looking you right in the eye. I know your forgiveness has limits, my love, but I can't help pressing my love, playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing the water that could boil any minute, spinning the barrel with one bullet in it. I'm always pressing my love. The one thing I know that would break me apart is having you hate me when I break your heart. If that doesn't change me, I must be crazy. Playing with fate, pushing the limit, testing